Steve, let's talk about Shai-Gilgeous Alexander for a little bit.
Okay.
You may have heard the Oklahoma City Thunder are very good. They have lost once as of recording. Very much on a 70-plus win pace right now. They have been the most dominant defense in basketball again. They have been, I guess, flirting with a top 5 offense at this point, per Cleaning the Glass, because there are a lot of teams bunched up. I have a question for you on that front a little bit later. But elite offense, super elite defense. Shai-Gilgeous Alexander has been at the head of this particular snake offensively at the very least. As of recording, a career high 32.8 points per game. He's converting 59% of his twos, which is absurd considering the volume and the types of shots that he's taking inside the arc. Career high 43% from three, Steve. On pretty real volume. Not Steph level, but it's not nothing. 88 from the line. He's getting to the line over 10 times a game. 5 boards, a career high 6.5 assists. And then, a little over 2 stops per game, too, if we talk about the defense. But to the offense point, man, Shai has long been one of my favorite players to watch. As you often poke at me when I talk about like deceleration and stuff like that, his footwork is just pristine. And the cadence in which he attacks continues to throw defenders off balance. And he continues to win these drives. Sometimes I'm just blowing right by you because you're not prepared. Other times you don't know how often I'm going to change directions, when I'm going to change directions. And he has the flexibility, the dexterity, all the things to like pivot into whatever he needs to. Like the fact that he can get to so many off-platform shots in the areas of the floor that he's able to get to, there isn't much you can do. Like he does such a good job of putting defenders in peril. And this is without a screen more often than not. You add in the pick and roll play, you now have to navigate something from Isaiah Hartenstein, who's one of the best screeners in basketball. Now you're on his hip. This is how he gets to the line. Like there's only so much you could do there. I'll let you jump in.
Well, no, I was going to say, I think the base of what Shai has presented, it started with the drives. He's added something every single year. But his ability to hit you with these straight line drives, like you talk about the setup, you talk about the ball handling, but when he gets right by that foot, and he through the legs, cross, hesitation, whatever it is, he gets right by that foot. His foot's right there. He's gone. He's right past you, straight line. Mm-hmm. That's always been something that's been impressive about his ability to do that. So while people want to talk about fouls, it's not easy to be able to create that kind of separation on drives. And when you talk about pick and roll, it's another thing he added to his game. So when I'm in a screen, I can come off that tight, and now I'm attacking a big with space. I can get to my shot whenever I want, whether it's a step back or a pull up. I can also continue to turn the corner. Kind of ties into the improved playmaking this year. So where I don't know if Shai gets the type of credit as some of his peers at the top, right? Like Jokic, Luka, even LeBron. He's able to kind of see when there's help coming. He's making faster reads. He's understanding where the ball needs to go. And now you kind of have this combination of things that are just incredibly tough to deal with because you mentioned he's able to win so many different type of matchups. You succeed to stick with him, right? He gets that top foot. You're sliding as a defender. It's not like he's going all the way automatically. It's not like he's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, although he can change speeds. He changed speeds well. He hits you with one of those little quick step backs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now he beats you, gets a drive. Okay. And now this thing, and I don't mean to get ahead of myself, this step back 3 deal that he's just tossing in there. I want to say, like, everyone talks about efficiency and percentages. I want you to pay attention to the timing of these because it's just a real quick sprinkle, a real dash. You know what I mean? Early in the clock, cool. I'm guarding Shai. I'm keeping it in front. I got to worry about these drives. Nope. Real quick. Bop, bop. Step back 3. Go ahead and nail it. There was a game off a made basket. Someone scored. They threw it ahead to Shai. He just went to the wing, took a step back 3. It was like, wait, we're supposed to deal with all this other stuff. We're trying to load up help, and you're just knocking these down. Fourth quarter. All right, we're ready, Shai. Bop, 3. Hey.
They cut that out.
Like, come on. Like, what are we doing? And so it adds layers to his game. And I think he's a bucket getter with the type of shots that he can make. Like, do people understand? He's like, according to the NBA tracking data, he's shooting 54.8% on pull-up twos. You know how hard that is?
Incredible.
He's better than last year. He shot 50% last year. And he's shooting 45.3 on pull-up threes. That was 35 last year. It's not how it's supposed to work. And obviously percentages may go down, but being able to have all of this in the, what the kids call it, the bag.
What did the kids call it?
Kids really put you in a different stratosphere.
That is incredible. Like, I'm glad you brought up the off the dribble numbers, because the NBA data has like the all encompassing kind of what are you shooting off the dribble. I wanted to filter specifically for the step backs because I knew if you didn't talk about it, I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So per second spectrum, 33 of 64 on step back threes. 51.6% as of recording. Now, do I think that percentage is sustainable? Like, no, it's very hard to hit over half of your step back threes. It is hard to hit a step back three, period. I don't think it's going to be this. But to your point about the timing and just the overall comfort of it all, like that is what scares me the most about this addition to Shai's game. And again, like this is like literally the first time he's taking step back threes. Like go back to the 23-24 season, he was 62 of 160. I have in my notes about 39%. So he's had like a good year before, but like he is taking more of them than he ever has, especially on like a per 100 possessions basis. And to your timing point, like you just don't know when it's going to hit. Like they just feel so backbreaking. This is why like he's making 43% of his threes overall. Like it's 5 attempts. That is solid. It's not like the Anthony Edwards leap where it's like, wait a minute, you're shooting 40% on like 11 threes. What is this? Like he doesn't even need that. He just needs, to your point, like the sprinkle of this. I just want you to know that I can do this when I want to. I'm still getting to mine. I've grown as a playmaker, so you can't shade a whole bunch of extra attention to me, not without feeling uncomfortable. And now you're backpedaling, waiting for this. Oh, just because. And like you really feel it, you get late in games. Like we've talked about, you in particular brought up Shai sitting out a whole bunch of fourth quarters because the Thunder are just blowing people out, right? They're 9-1 in clutch time right now. And Shai just very rarely misses once we get the clutch time. And that's where you really feel some of those step back threes and off the dribble threes. It's like, well, hold on, dog. We're under 2 minutes. So like, we either don't have a foul to give or we have exactly one. We got to deal with this dude driving. He can get to these pull-up twos. Now here's the step back three. We can't give him drop. We can't give him switches. That ties into like we'll use Shai as a screener to get some matchups if we want to, etc. We'll flatten the floor in terms of the spacing. And now you can't help if you want to. And if you do, it's an easy read for him. What are you supposed to do with this dude? Like if this is who he is, if he has legitimately turned himself into a 3-level scorer with like legit volume, more than like 2 elite levels, and then sometimes here's a 3. If he's legitimately a 3-level guy, good luck.
It's the command for me. Just on top of what you said, it's the command of the game. Everyone who's picked up a ball has had a day when you know exactly what you can do. Doesn't matter with the defense. I can get to whatever spot I want. I can make whatever shot he was. He just does that like all the time. You know what I mean? It's kind of insane. Like think about that. He scored what 20 or more in the 94 games.
Yeah, that's
second longest streak in NBA history, and he scored 17 times in the first 20 games, most in the NBA, and he's only the second player in the last 50 years to do so through the first 20 games of the season. Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
kind of good, man.
All right, so quickly on the clutch stuff, Steve. So as of recording, 87 clutch points for Shai. That's first in the NBA. 61 on twos, 40% on threes, 84 from the line, which is a little bit below his level, but like 61 on twos, 40 on threes in clutch time is insane. 9 assists to 1 turnover in clutch time. I mentioned they are 9-1 in the Shai clutch games. They have won those clutch minutes by 67 points. That's not how that's supposed to work. Also, to make you laugh, you know who's second in clutch plus minus right now?
I don't know. Guy Santos.
No, but that would be funny. It's the Black Falcon himself, Harrison Barnes.
The what? Not again. All right.
There we go. Okay, but last things I wanted to hit on the Shai portion, like just kind of build on a point that I've made earlier in the year about OKC. It is incredibly fun/funny to me that they are set up in a way that, as good as Shai is, he could just hit you second or third in a possession, especially since Jalen Williams, the wing, is back, to where we can have Jalen Williams initiate, or Cason Wallace initiate, or AJ Mitchell initiate, or Alex Caruso initiate, or Lou Dort, or one of those guys brings it up, here's a flash to the middle of the floor for Isaiah Hartenstein, and they get into like handoff stuff. They can create good looks from that. And if that does not work, here's 12 seconds on the clock. Here's Shai-Gilgeous Alexander, which like heightens the stressors of all of this stuff. Immediate step back three, immediate drive, which very quietly, drive volume actually down. Tracking data for second spectrum now goes back 6 years. At this point, about 26 drives per 100 possession. That is the lowest of the 6-season span for Shai. Also the most efficient driving season of his career in terms of direct drives. So like, yeah, you're feeling less, but you're feeling more at the same time. But like all that stuff is heightened because like you think there's 6 on the clock. Okay, I have time to contest this. Here's a pump fake for Shai-Gilgeous Alexander. He's going to the free throw line. It's like, well, darn. What am I supposed to do with this now? That part is tough for me.
Oh, you said the thing. I thought we were going to get through the whole segment without saying that. Oh, well. Shout out in the comments. Oh, well, we tried our best. The biggest thing I would say is I think that ties into the Thunder being a machine so far because they've added that just it doesn't matter what you're doing defensively. We're going side to side. You can't really get us fully in the mud. You play zone, LOL. But, being able to get him on the second side of an action, with, as you said, all of the things you're doing score-wise, but with that playmaking, because now you're either adjusting and being like, okay, we need to be up higher on the floor, 2 on the ball. Okay, I can make a play now. I can turn the corner if you're back and engage the defense, and I can, that passing, those pocket passes, the kicks to Jalen Williams, big, have been fun to watch. So I think it all ties together, man.
I like it. And just quickly on that front, there are about 36 possessions per game where Shai is not the guy that brings the ball up the floor, but is still involved in an offensive possession. A little bit down from last year. But in terms of the types of shots that they are generating, this is the most efficient season of the last 6 for OKC in that setup. Kind of, again, highlights. We don't have to start with Shai. We can still end with Shai or use him in different ways, and we can put your defense in the blender. So this has been MVP level stuff for Shai. Like I'd imagine it's going to be him and Jokic and Luka really battling this out. Like that's got to be the top 3 in some order, I would imagine, especially since Giannis is going to miss more time, Wemby's out, etc. Shai has as good a chance as any to win this thing. He's my front runner right now. He's just been